Hello and welcome to Sacred Akashic Healing Arts channel. My name's Corinne. I'm one of your hosts, and we're joined today by the incredible Valentina Matthews, my other co-host. Hi,
Hello,
Valentina.
everyone. It's so nice to have you here. So nice to see you too, Corinne.
Nice to see
And
you.
welcome from me too.
Thank you. Thank you. So in today's segment, we are doing the Akashic Hour where Valentina demonstrates, and I'm help her as much as I can,
Yeah,
the power and
together.
the power and the insights, the healing, the activations of the Akashic records, which, this channel is here to bring it to a wider audience and to help people connect into the Earth Akash, Galactic Akash, and their soul Akash, so they can really bring and ground that wisdom into the here and now, which is really needed on Earth right now.
Yeah, yeah. It is really needed on Earth right now. It's a basic understanding of who we are and why we're here. So we're
Yeah.
very happy to be bringing this to you and answering your questions and just giving you the feeling of being connected to your Akashic wisdom just by being here with us as well. So, welcome. We love you. It's lovely to have you here with us.
Yeah, thank you. So today's question is coming from Abby.
Abby. Okay.
So yeah, so I'll give you a little bit of context as well. So she's been going through quite a difficult time recently. She's suffered in the past from depression, and she's done a lot of work, and but she's still feeling it coming up from times, and she's basically saying that she feels like I feel like I'm losing my happy, bubbly, energetic, positive self from the past handful of months. So the last few months have been a little bit difficult for her. She feels that depression coming in. I want so desperately to find the confidence to authentically and proudly be myself and not fear judgment from other people. Something I felt nearly all of my life through certain experiences. So she's feeling unfulfilled within her job, her career, financially. She feels like I feel like my life, like, so she's got a girlfriend, a mum and dad, all of that is great. So she feels a little bit guilty that she feels like this. She doesn't want to hurt, because she's so happy with the relationship, so it makes her feel guilty that she's not feeling happy in herself.
Yeah.
She don't want to let them down, and she
Mm.
just wants to. She said, "I just know that I want to reconnect with myself and my bubbly, fun-loving person I know I'm deep down and keep hidden through fear of judgment." She said that she's quite sensitive, and has a tendency for people pleasing, which we know is a huge program in the collective. She said,
Yeah.
so that's a bit more context that she's giving. So she's saying, a question is, will I find,
Thanks, Abby.
yeah, yeah. The question is, will I find fulfillment within myself to go harmoniously with the other beautiful relationships and good things I have in my life? Will I find alignment and lasting happiness all round? So she's asking about, I guess, in general, a whole life. What next steps can I take to start aligning with this? All I want is to be happy within myself and keep my light shining, especially for those who mean the most to me. I want to give I want to give them and receive the genuine and fulfilling love. I'm so grateful for them, and I just want to feel at peace within myself.
Beautiful. Yeah. Really lovely intentions and requests. So, big breath in and letting go. Listening to healing the pulse of our hearts, masters, teachers, and loved ones of Abby. Please take us to the area of the Akash that can answer and give practical advice for Abby and clear and assist her to release the depression and come into harmonic alignment with her relationships and the wonderful life that she has and that can unfold and become better and better and more perfect for her and for the people around her. So we're going to an area that's water element. So
Mm,
beautiful water energy, like what's behind me here. That's where we're going to the water element area of the Akash.
mm,
Uh, And it's so water element represents emotional balance, balance, like the whole range of emotions. But it also very strongly represents the pleasure in life, which is essentially what you're missing, is the pleasure of being you. It's not about the indulgent pleasure of different things that you can avail yourself of in the world. It's the pleasure of being you. And that's essentially, Abby, what you're saying. You're missing that. Your life is good, but the pleasure of being you isn't there.
Yeah.
It's instead there's this something else going on. So, um, and interrupt any time, Corinne, if you get insights too.
Oh,
Yeah, or I'll just keep talking.
yeah. I think obviously it's taken us to the emotions, and it is all about emotions. Depression is like a suppression of emotions, and what is coming through for me is that, and I guess Abby mentions that people pleasing as well, that
Yeah,
aspect of, and almost having a fear of being her true self in case
yeah,
not accepted, so she pushes it back down. So yeah, I think that's so
yeah.
aligned with
So
what
she doesn't get to
we
enjoy being her because the judgment comes up. So she has to put a lid on that. Um, Masters, teachers, and loved ones, how can this be resolved for Abby? Okay. Yes, thank you. So there's it's about uh fire element, and it's also about dreaming and creating a little altar for herself. There's a part of her that just needs to be reassured all the time. And she already knows that it's not about other people reassuring her. She knows she's loved and valued. But
yeah,
the aspect of her that's been damaged by the codes of judgment need reassurance. And there's another aspect coming in here too that weaves into it because judgment shuts down your crown chakra. So I call them chakras, by the way, because words have vibration and chakra is open and expansive. That's not a personal thing. That's an Akashic teaching. So your crown chakra, which opens up to your divinity, um, if you're being judged or being judgmental about other people, shut down. So when there's problems in paradise up there in your divinity connection if you're feeling judgmental and or if you're being judged yourself. It's like it's something stuck in there. So they want to clear it for you and want you to continue with the process of clearing it by creating some sort of little altar for your inner self, the depressed aspect of you that has a candle. It has to have flame. And you just need to almost say a prayer for yourself or whatever suits you, whether you're an affirmation person or a prayer person, or even if none of that appeals to you, Abby, if you're just like, I just want to be healed, like that's enough. That's a prayer in itself. But you need to light the candle and affirm that and blow it out in the evening. Like this is to take you into your dream state so that things can be healed for you in the water energy, in the dream state. And there's a big aho coming through the Akash that the Akash will support this for you and hold it in a safe energy for you because there's actually protocols that we teach in Saha for going into the dream consciousness state safely and correctly because it's cosmic consciousness, the dream state. So you've got to be careful going into the dream temples because you could be picking up on so much and then there's tons of stuff to clear. But the Akash are going to hold it very clear for you and almost actually like the pyramids behind me in the sky, if you can see them, Abby. They're going to hold that clear container for you. And they want you to assist by doing your prayer or your affirmation. And it's for you. Don't get sidetracked into, oh, I could add in something for my girlfriend, or this person's got an issue, and this, I'll put a prayer. Don't know. They're saying no. You need to completely focus on your depressed self and say a prayer for her, just as you go to bed each night, and then blow the candle out, and it's yours. They're saying be very careful to hold that boundary of this is your little altar and space, because it's also you're also being assisted in the Akash. They will hold that space for you in your dream state for clearing. Um, yeah. Any comments, Kurt? Yeah.
No, that's really beautiful and it's so simple. And just like Valentina's brought through, Abby, we do so much, we can do so much healing in our dream temple if we set those intentions. So just to let Abby know, this is something she needs to continue to do, right? We've got to have consistency with this.
Yeah.
It's not something we
Consistency is
do
key.
once, it's something we continue
Yeah.
to do because, and she can change the prayer as she's shifting and changing with
Yeah.
healing.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be set in stone, but just make sure you're set up, that you've got a few candles ready to go so that when one runs out, you've got another one ready. For I tend to For candles, I tend to buy myself because I used to make my own candles, which is wonderful too.
Mm.
But these days I'm so busy, I buy little containers. I've got a few different ones. And then I just buy little candles to go in them. So you could do that. You could buy a beautiful container and just have some little candles ready, just so that you don't fall off out of the habit, like have it set up ready to go. Or just like you don't need something like this. You can just buy some candles
Yeah.
and have them ready. Yeah.
I was just getting a message as well, Abby, for you to have a photo of yourself on, or a couple of photos of yourself on this altar where you are that bubbly, happy self so that you're seeing that as well while you're
Yes.
there.
Yeah, perfect.
They've brought that
Yeah.
for you to put on your altar, just some things that make you smile and make you feel happy.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. And yeah, they're saying again, don't go overboard. Don't clutter it up with other issues in your life. Don't clutter it up with other people's stuff that you want to help them with. Just stick with clearing the depression. So,
So I guess
yeah.
one other thing that was in that question for Abby as well is because like she says she feels like she should be happy because she's got a great girlfriend and but one area she isn't happy in is a job. So I don't know if they've got any advice
Okay.
on her.
So, masters, teachers, and loved ones, is there any advice about the job? They're saying the job is Abby, not not the job that you do represents you, Abby. They're saying the job at hand is fixing Abby. The actual job that you do, that's that's not the most important thing at the moment.
Yeah.
Because once the depression's been cleared in you, then you'll see that job in a different light, or you'll have the internal compass operating correctly within you to be able to recalibrate your presence at the job, or recalibrate what you attract into your life in regards to financial flow. So, but they're saying the job is Abby. That's the job they want. That's the issue at the moment is, and then from there. And how about you, Corinne? Were you getting anything for her?
No, I was actually feeling that as well for you with the job, actually, that that's going to fall in once she's actually healed
Yeah,
that depression, that it's going to open up
yeah,
and she's going to be shown
yeah,
to
yeah,
that area of her life. But for now, she needs to focus on just healing.
yeah. And I just really want to acknowledge Abby for pinpointing it and understanding that this thing in her is what needs attention. That, it's not like blaming everything out there. You really have acknowledged how amazing the people are. Job, not so much. That's quite common in the 3D world anyway. Um, so, um, but I really just want to acknowledge how you've got such integrity in really knowing what the issue is. Like that's really, really good to see. And thank you for asking for our help in the Akash too.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, thank you.
Mm. Thank you, masters, teachers, and loved ones who have helped us.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Yeah, they're just saying Abby's a pearl, you know, like you just need to fix this. But you're actually just such a beautiful pearl of a person. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, beautiful. So she did have another question, and so I can answer this question. So the
And
question,
I'll hold space.
thank you. So the question is, so Abby's very curious to know how many guardian angels she has and has she ever felt them? If so, when was this and will she feel them again? She also says, I know that people have heard from spiritual figures that theirs are their granddad or friend, but I have a feeling mine aren't family members as they have been assigned to other people. Okay, so masters, teachers, loved ones, guides of Abby. Okay, so Abby, so yes, absolutely. You've got guardian angels, you've got two guardian angels, and you've definitely felt them before. They've been with you since birth and they will be with you all throughout this incarnation. And actually, in order to really strengthen that relationship with your guardian angels, you need to actually communicate with them. You need to invite them in more. So, whilst they're always there, they can't interfere with your free will. You need to actually invite them in and allow yourself to connect to them. And you can actually do that when you are at your altar and you've lit your candle and you've said your little prayer. You can invite them in at that moment as well to be with you. And when it comes to passed over loved ones as guardian angels, well, passed over loved ones aren't generally guardian angels. They're actually guides that come forward. And when we're working in the higher realms, in the spirit world, it's not, energy works differently. If you think about your soul, Abby, your soul, part of your soul's energy is incarnated in you as Abby in this incarnation, but your soul is incarnated in other bodies on other levels and other dimensions. So the soul is multidimensional, just as your guardian angels are multidimensional. So when it comes to passed over loved ones, they can be working with more than one person at once. However, they are not your guardian angels, your passed over loved ones, but you can connect to your ancestors if you want to. But it's always important, if you do want to connect to ancestors, that you ask to connect to healed, vibrant ancestors. But your actual guardian angels are just there. They are your guardian angels, and they are actually connected to you from birth until when you move on from this incarnation. So has Abby felt them around her before? Yes, Abby, you have definitely felt your guardian angels around you before, particularly in moments where you felt really stressed out and alone. They've been there, and you may have felt a heat over your crown chakra, over your forehead, and sometimes also feeling them around your shoulders. So, Abby's guardian angels, is there anything else that you want to say to Abby? They want to say they are you, basically, that they are part of your soul. Um, so your guardian angels basically are you. It's like your soul is your main guardian, and your guardian angels are part of that soul. So they are you, and that's why it's so important for you to actually invite them in more, because you're going to build up that connection to your own soul, to your guardians, and they're going to be able to guide you on your path more and assist you a lot more. And they just want you to know that they absolutely love you, and they're always there for you. Whilst they can't do everything for you, because they're here to hold you to your blueprint, what your soul has agreed to do. They can they can help you, they can guide you, but you just need to communicate with them.
Mm.
Okay, so I don't know if Valentina, you wanna, was that okay? Do you
Yeah,
wanna-
that's amazing. So it's like spot on, of course. And also really interesting how the depression question was related to the concept of judgment, and judgment shuts down the crown chakra. So of course you've been like,
Yeah,
where are they?
yeah,
So it's all linked in. So it's a perfect that it came up to tune into them when you set up your altar. You could even just put two strings of, just string. Doesn't have to be fancy, or you might get some nice embroidery thread just to represent them so that you can tune into them rather than anyone saying, this is who they are, this is their names, this is what they look like. It's
right,
just put those two strings there on your altar as well. And it's amazing. And be patient. There's no hurry. As you clear the depression, which is related to judgment, crown chakra starts to open. They'll be able to connect with you in ways that you can feel like, oh, I'm actually feeling the connection. They're with you anyway, but
right.
you'll be able to feel it more the way that Corinne's described. They've already been coming through to you, but yeah, they're very careful guardian angels about how close they come to us. They really,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they
Mm.
just actually just letting me know to tell you this, Abby. When I first, it was in my early 20s when, I believed in angels when I was younger, guardian angels. But during my teenage years, I moved away from it, and I came back to it again in my 20s. And I remember being in the library and saying, angels, if you exist, give me a sign. And I was joining this library, and I went, and they give you a random pin number, and the pin number was my pin number for my bank. And I was like, so they're asking me to say to you, Abby, as well, ask for signs. Ask, because it's a very easy way for you to, just like Valentina says, as you're healing this crown chakra and opening up to being able to feel their energy, which can take a little bit of time because we've numbed it out, we've got things in the way. But a very easy way that your guardian angels can communicate with you is through external signs. So if you invite that in, they can show you that they're there as well, and you'll start to build more confidence and trust with your relationship with them.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, that's complete.
Yeah,
Does it feel complete for you? Yeah. Okay. So thank you, Abby, for bringing that question forward. Amazing. So glad we decided that you'd answer that one as well because it's connected.
completely, completely.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so
Big breath in, and letting go. Yeah.
thank you. That was an amazing, amazing Akashic Hour segment. Abby, I hope you
Thank you,
enjoyed.
Corinne. You were amazing.
Oh, thank you. So were you.
Thank you.
Thank you, masters, teachers, loved ones. That was amazing.
Yeah. Thank you, Abby. Yeah.
Thank you, Abby.
So,
And if you'd like to get an opportunity to have your question answered in the Akash, then just like, share this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and then comment below question, starting with question. Add in your question. It must then include your full name, including your middle name, because that gives us permission to open up your Akashic records. And then you could be in with a chance to get your question
yeah.
answered as well, free in the Akash.
Yeah. We're here.
Yes. So thank you, and we'll see you on the
Doing
next
what we love doing. Yeah. Thank you, and see you on the next one.
one.
Ciao.
Bye.